and today we'll be doing our NFL playoff predictions. Are you excited, Michael?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Who is the team that you will be keeping your eye on, and who is your team?
Let's see. So I'll start with the second one. My team is the Bills. You know, pretty solid team. But then the team I'm keeping my eye on, and and I think and I know that this is everyone's team. Everyone's gonna keep an eye on this team. The Kansas City Chiefs.
And first, let's start with our storylines. Alright, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. Does Lamar Jackson need to win on Sunday? Is it a must-win for his legacy so far? Like, is he already in a must-win situation?
He is not, and I'll explain to you why. Because Lamar, this is only his third season. You know, players like LeBron, I know this is a different sport, but players like LeBron, for instance, he didn't even win in his third season.
I feel you.
He won in his, like, 7th or 10th, or 6th or something. I can't even remember. LeBron, I'll tell you something. Lamar, it's too early for him. He can't win just yet. He needs to improve in some areas.
Yep.
And you already know who's the
who like the favorites. So I think if Baltimore could beat Tennessee, and if I could see that they could stop Henry, I'll be impressed. But then they're gonna go into Kansas City, which I don't know if that's gonna end well with them, because Mahomes still never lost to Lamar, and he's gonna get the jitters. So. Not sure.
I agreed. Nah, I 100% agree with you though. The thing is with Lamar,
it's gotta be the Ravens. They're the team that everyone has to keep their eye on. Well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel.
Alright, next I'm gonna pick a team from the NFC. A sleeper team. The Rams. We know that they got Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald at defense. They open up in Seattle. The first game that they won was at home, and then they lost in Seattle. This game is in Seattle. So I think if Russell Wilson plays MVP level like he did the first half of the season, I think Seattle could win. But Seattle's defense isn't that good, but they've shown much improved in the second half of the season, like weeks 12 on. So I think if the defense could play like how it does, and Goff, he's questionable to play, but most likely, that's the most important thing. So if Goff plays, I don't trust him regardless, whether if they play or not. I still like Seattle's chances better because they're at home. So I'm also going to be taking a look at the Rams. But if they could beat Seattle, they could beat New Orleans. They've already done it. Who is your team in the NFC? Low. Is it the Saints? Can they not choke to the Bears again? Low. Well, I'm not choking the playoffs, I mean. Like, can they not?
Who's my sleeper team? This one's actually kind of a funny one. I think that this one's really funny. Not gonna lie. Sleeper team. This is gonna be a funny one. The football team.
No, I totally agree.
I don't know why. It's just, you look at.
They got like a nice story with them. Alex Smith, from what he went through, broke his leg. I don't know if I should say this on stream, but almost died. But I don't want to go into the detail of how Alex Smith almost died.
Chase Young is by far a great rookie. That's all I can say.
And their coach fought off cancer this season. I'll be rooting for them. Definitely.
They have a fight. This is the team that puts up a fight. Washington, the football team.
They almost beat Seattle.
They come from one of the worst, and I mean when I say it's the worst divisions in the NFL.
I'm talking. It's 100% the worst. I
Yeah,
don't think the
I'm
stream has
talking
to
with the,
get reminded. Believe me, they already
exactly.
know.
I'm talking with the
That's
Giants,
how
the
bad
Cowboys,
they
the
are.
Eagles.
They already know how bad they
hmm
are.
Exactly. And but a team like that, a team like Washington, a team that no one really likes to
Like,
talk
if
about.
any other team would have, like, went to the playoffs, I think Tampa Bay smacks them. And honestly, I think that Washington has the best shot anyway. Because I don't like Dallas's defense. I don't like Philadelphia's offense.
I don't like. Yeah, exactly.
And
No, I
like,
100% agree with you.
I wouldn't want to see the Giants in it because I think they would suffer the most. Daniel Jones will like shake and he'll probably fall to the floor. Like he'll be like, "Oh no." I think the Cowboys, they have the second
Let
best
him get
shot
better.
with a
Let Daniel Jones
healthy
get better.
Prescott. They win
Yeah,
the division. If he was healthy the whole
yeah, but
season,
even
they
a
win the
healthy
division.
Prescott doesn't do anything. Cause I'll be honest,
But I'm
for
saying,
me, Prescott
regardless,
is.
the football team has a defense, and if you want to beat Brady, that's what you gotta do. It's the only way you're gonna win. You gotta stop him, and most
But
importantly,
can,
you gotta score,
but
because you can't go into a shootout with Brady, because you know if he has the ball to finish off the game, you're screwed. So you
I'll
gotta
be honest, right?
keep up with them. You gotta keep up, because if you
I
don't,
want to make this comparison.
don't give the ball back to him and kill the clock. Don't put the ball in
I
his hand. Kill the clock.
Yeah, I want to make this comparison now, and I think this is a good comparison with these two teams. The Bucks. Ready? I'm gonna compare them. Ready? The Bucks
And
are like the
the Ravens.
Washington
Oh,
Capitals
oh,
of
the
the
Washington
NFL.
Capitals. I thought you were
Because
gonna
the
say Giannis and
Bucks,
Lamar. No.
the Bucks are one of they're the oldest team there. They got Brady, Gronk, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette. Those guys are already old. They're like all in their late 30s, if not mid 30s. Well, Gronk is a bit younger, but still in his 30s.
Still in his prime. But that's a
Too
story for
old,
another day.
but still a good team, just like the Capitals. Old, but still good.
Alright, you wanna hop into your predictions? And Michael also gonna have to put a score prediction. Alright. Would you like
I'll do my
to tell me a game to start with? I'll be fine with that. TBH.
Start with to check the games. Sometimes I gotta even like go back to the app and check the games. Okay, Colts and Bills.
Ah, you
Who
wanna
got
start with that?
tomorrow?
Alright, just don't immediately say, oh, I'm picking this. Let's give a little, brief. So the Bills, how they got there, had one of the best seasons in franchise history, have their new franchise player in Josh Allen. They went 13-3. If it wasn't for the DeAndre Hopkins catch, they're 14-2, tied with Kansas City. And fun fact, the 2 games that the Bills lost were because the games were rescheduled. So just think, if the games weren't rescheduled, they
Who would have
could
won
be
those games?
the Titans and the Chiefs. Those games were rescheduled. It was like a Tuesday game and a Monday game. So their only Sunday loss was the DeAndre Hopkins catch. But that's like history, like the greatest catch I've seen. Like catches it over 3 people. That's skill. That's not anything to feel ashamed. You're just going
Yeah.
up against Hopkins. And the Colts, how they got there? Had a good season, finished 11-5. Have a very good defense. I would watch out for that. Their run game is very good. They have the recipe to beat the Chiefs. A good run game and an above average top 10 defense. They have like a top 5 defense out of the playoff teams. And that's what you need to beat the Bills. But I think in this situation, given the circumstances, game in Buffalo, I'm going to take the Bills 31-27. I think it's going to be a little more high scoring than people think. I'm going to say 31-27. I'm hearing like 21-17, but I think the run game.
That was actually going to be my prediction.
Same
No,
score,
I'm
same
sorry,
everything? Oh.
Even low, 27-14.
Whoa, you think they're going to play very good defense?
They don't have good defense, but with a quarterback like Phillip Rivers,
Daddy.
100%.
Low. Oh, and then
Yeah,
Daddy
Daddy Phillip.
Yep.
So, I wouldn't worry about that. Huh.
So you're also picking the Bills. Alright, what game you want to go to next?
Let's talk about this. These two teams from this division. Let's see. The NFC West.
Seahawks vs. Rams. I think if the Cardinals would have made the playoffs, them vs. Seattle would have been great. But I think the Rams are like more of a rivalry. Alright. This is always tough because like this is the one that I flip-flop back and forth on. Rams defense plays good. We already know.
Seahawks offense plays great.
They got Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, top 3 cornerback in the league, best defensive end in the league. Arguably gonna go down as the best in history if he could keep this up.
I'm gonna say this, ready? This is gonna be the score, and I think this will be the score.
No spoilers.
20.
No, and then you got a Jared Goff-less offense. I think if Goff plays, their chances of winning increase. But with this guy a quarterback that they're playing, even with Seattle's bad defense, it's improved. And against a quarterback that's played one career NFL game, Russ is a clutch player. He's not that clutch, but like if you give him the ball, he'll be like in the top 5 of who I want with the ball to end the game. I don't think it's gonna come down to getting the ball at the end of the game. I'm gonna pick Seattle 27-17. A bit low scoring. I mean, it's not that low scoring. Picking Seattle 27-17. I think the best offense will win this game, and if the Rams offense does good, they're gonna definitely win, because we know that the defense could be there, but like if the offense could step up, I'll switch to the Rams. Like right now, comfortable with picking Seattle. I'm very comfortable with picking them.
Okay.
They were the favorites. They should be the favorites. So, picking Seattle.
Yeah. Alright. It's not bad. It's not bad. I like it. Not. It's not bad. But Philip, although your claim, which I can agree on, you know, you had a really great statement there. On your prediction for
like,
that game tomorrow.
As a whole, yes.
That was great. I listen, respect. I love that. I love that statement. And you're right about absolutely everything that you just said there. But I'll be a little honest with you. I will have to go against you on this one, and I'm going to say that tomorrow's winner, that the team that's going to win tomorrow, it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams. They're going to take the W tomorrow.
Alright, respect.
Here's why. Defense, or at least sometimes for me, defense most of the time, and at least a lot of times actually, comes in clutch more than offense.
But what if you're playing Kansas City? How could your defense come clutch in a game like that?
That's Kansas City. You know, if it's like a quarterback like Mahomes, I understand. But if it's with Russ, I don't have a problem with Russ. Great quarterback, great guy, still young.
What if it was Packers vs. Rams? What if it was Packers vs. Rams?
Packers vs. Rams.
You would probably pick the Packers then, right?
I would pick the Packers.
Devontae
Teams
Adams,
like that
because they got a wide receiver that they could go to.
The Seahawks have
I understand.
Because I'm telling you right
Metcalf and Lockett. In Seattle?
Yeah,
really?
Metcalf and Lockett, just no. You know what? They are way over there. I'm sorry to say this, but they're too overrated. I don't know. They really are just too overrated.
They're too hyped. Alright.
Well.
Alright. Yeah, what do you have the score being? What do you got the score being?
This is going to be kind of close, but I'm gonna say 25-19.
Alright. Field goal type game. Mostly field goals.
Field goal type game, yep, that's what I'm trying to go for.
A 6-point win for the Rams. I respect it. I respect.
You know, because sometimes defense can come in clutch, and I think it's not Russ's fault. I don't.
And then when you
blame
have
the guy.
Aaron Donald on defense, you don't want to mess around with that.
You're fucked. No,
And Seattle's offensive line isn't that good. So like if no one's gonna block, Donald is just gonna get through the offensive line.
And Jalen Ramsey, that's something.
He already held Metcalf to like a 20-something yard game back in mid-season. Metcalf only had like 20-something yards in the whole game. I'm obviously expecting more. So like one play, you could get 50. Alright, next game.
Yeah. Let's see. One sec, I gotta think. Let's see. Alright, we got the retirement home team versus my slept on team.
Alright. I think this is gonna be a fun game. Like, I know people are saying it's Brady. It's the football team. They're in the NFC East. Shall I go first?
You know what? Yeah, you go first. You go first.
I like Washington's defense. It's borderline elite. That's how good it is. But when you're playing
and their offense, they have a really great offense.
The GOAT. Not even elite
That's funny.
defense could beat GOAT. But Brady regressed this season. Not drastically, but he didn't have like a Brady season like we know him as, like his 2007 to 2016 like prime winning a Super Bowl MVPs. He could still go to the Super Bowl. I'm not counting that in the question, but like given the circumstances, it's gonna be much harder for him. But you're playing a young Washington team that's feisty and hungry. So like people are saying, oh, the defense is gonna get nervous. No, they want Brady. They're not gonna be scared of the big moment. They're gonna be ready. But like, can the offense do something? Because their offense is like bottom 10 in the league. They don't have a good offense. But I just think when you're playing Brady, and like they have Gronk and Antonio Brown, like if you think you're looking at a wide receiver, tight end, quarterback duo, Brady, AB, and Gronk, that's the best trio in history when they're all in their prime.
Let me mention this one thing.
They're not in their prime, though.
They're not in their prime, though. But even if AB in his prime, AB still always finds a way. AB barely plays games. I'll be honest with you.
And then
AB does.
You still got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones. I'm not expecting this to be a shootout, but I think Washington could keep it close. But I'm ultimately going to say that Tampa Bay will win 23-17. I'm picking Tampa Bay. Can't go against Brady. Even though it's in Washington, I really still going to tell you to bet against Brady. No. I've already done it a couple times. Paid the consequence. Not gonna make that mistake again. And not pick Brady. Right. What are your thoughts?
Okay.
Like, if you don't pick Brady, you're a clown. Low. From half court. Ow! I am joking. I am making. Carry on. Low.
Let's see. Okay. I gotta think about this one.
This is a slept-on game.
Very, and I'll be honest. When I first
people are like Brady and the Bucks all the way, but like for the memes, people are like football team. But I'm like, no, they could actually pull this off. Snap it with the memes. Like they could actually pull it off.
Kind of having a stroke, you know, just like thinking about how this game's gonna go tomorrow. Kind of having a stroke.
Believe me, it could go either way. But I'm saying, given the big moment, I want Brady over Alex Smith. And even against a defense like Washington. Like, I gotta use my brain, not my heart. Believe me, I want Washington. I respect Brady. I don't hate him, but like, he's not up there. But I gotta respect greatness. But I want to see change. I don't want to see them win again.
See them win again. Okay. Yeah, no, I completely understand that.
See, I mean, I understand. Last year was great. They got out in the first round. But if Tampa Bay wins, I won't be as mad because I'll be happy for, like, you know, Evans and Godwin. Like, I'll be happy for them. It was just like the New England Patriots. Like, the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
The most hated franchise. Just like the team as a whole was hated and stuff. So that's why I was like, oh, yeah. God, they're going to win it again.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Alright. Well, what are you going with?
Alright. Well, I see your point about, Brady and all those old players. You know, old, just like the Capitals, old and good. Like, you know, the Capitals, they still got great players. They still got Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, TJ Oshie. Not bad players. Still great. But. There's a but, actually. I think. How am I gonna say this? It's Washington. It's gonna be Washington.
You just got that feeling?
I just know it's gonna be Washington. Cause like a team like Washington, you know, you can't lose to them. You can't like really. I mean, no, you can lose. Well, look, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Look, Washington's a good team, alright? They're young. They have a whole storyline. They great, like just in general. I like how they play. They have a great defense, and they have a slept-on offense. That really helps them in a lot of games. And sometimes Washington, they'll win when it's least expected. So, with that being said, Phil, the score you said for the Bucks and football team game, I'm gonna say that same score, but football team wins.
23-17.
Yep. That is my final.
You only think they're gonna get 2 touchdowns in the game?
Maybe. I think so.
Alright. I respect it. Next.
Alright, next game, yeah. Let's see. What's the next game?
We could either do Browns and Steelers, Titans and Ravens, or Saints and Bears.
Let's do the order I have it. Let's do Ravens and Titans.
This is a fun one. Like, this is the game I'm most looking forward to. I don't know about you. But I want to see if Lamar could get revenge. I'll be happy for them if they win. Like, I kind of want to see Lamar do good. Like, I don't hate him. I'm just not that high on him and stuff. Like, I think he's not as good as people make him look. I'm not saying, like, he's bad. I'm just saying he's not as good as people say.
No,
so, you start off. I want you to start. Low.
Yeah, you want me to start? Okay. Sure. Alright, well. Both are great teams, and I'll be completely honest here.
Is this like a how can I say this? Or
yeah. Ravens are a great team and a good defense. Not the best offense. I mean, they have an okay offense. But
the Ravens, they're a top 5 offense because they run it through Lamar. If I could see him throw the ball better, I'll pick the Ravens
That's why.
in a heartbeat. But they have the best run game in the league. And the Ravens, and the Titans have the worst run defense in the league. The Titans are the best running team in the league. Them and the Ravens. But the Titans' defense is atrocious. They're not good. So that's why I could say, if they run the ball this game, I will respect if they run the ball. Lamar doesn't have to prove himself. But if our brackets stand, and if we have the Ravens, we have him going to Kansas City after, which means he's going to have to pass the ball if it holds up. So just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
The thing is, it's going to be the Titans, because if I want to see the Ravens choose not to run with Lamar. If they don't, I'll change it. I'll say sure, it should be the Ravens.
Yeah,
but as of now,
but it's Henry anyways. Like it could go either way.
But
regardless.
you need to work with both. That's what the team does. You have with Tannehill. He's a great quarterback.
He's not bad. He's underrated if anything.
I've seen, yes. He actually has some laser passing. He thinks to himself, and he knows who he's gonna pass to.
Wow, the Hornets beat the Pelicans. Carry on.
No.
I'm playing now.
Yeah. Melvin Zion. But as I was saying, the thing is, when it comes, you gotta work with all your offense. You gotta work with especially the quarterback. They have to work with everyone. Lamar cannot just work by himself. Even if he has horrible receivers and
because their wide receiver core is bottom 5 in the league,
as well as their running backs and all of that. They
have the best run game in the league, one of the best, top 3, but they don't have the best running backs. But that's good. I would rather have 3 guys that could run than 1 superstar.
Yeah, exactly. But you need
doesn't
to be
matter
like Tannehill. He needs to.
If they're good or not. But Tannehill, he has a good arm, and they got some good receivers on the team. That's why I said the game could go either way.
And Derrick Henry, he needs to know what their plan is. He needs to know what his receivers are gonna do, what his running backs are gonna do. He needs to know, and he always does. He always figures out what they're gonna do. He always does. That's the thing. He knows where they're gonna go.
Alright,
he has that. He has laser passing.
Just tell me who you're picking and the main reason. Or until I see this, I'm gonna pick against, or he impressed me, so I'm gonna pick this.
I'm going to pick.
And the game is in
the
Tennessee for your information, so if that helps. Not really, if it helps.
I'm going to pick Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans. That's what I'm gonna pick.
Alright.
Tannehill's just a great quarterback, and he has he's very coordinated, laser passing, that guy, and from what I've seen. He knows where they'll go, and he knows how far to throw. He's great.
Alright, can I do mine?
Yep.
Alright. I'm agreeing with you. I'm picking the Titans. Not even gonna hesitate to say it. I don't feel bad for not picking against the Ravens. I don't feel bad that they've failed in the playoffs multiple times. They deserve the failure that they get. Not even trying to hate, but I'm just saying. If you can't show you could win in the playoffs, you don't deserve to be there.
We hoopin' though.
I'm sorry, we hoopin'. It's gotta happen.
Lol. That's funny.
So I'm picking the Titans for the same exact reasons as you. Again, I know, as you said, defense beats the offense. The Titans, they don't have a good defense, so what is making you pick the Titans? But for the Seahawks game, you said, defense matters. So what is making you pick the team with the bad defense? Is it because the Rams have a bad offense? Is it like that?
No. What I mean by that is when there's a game between a good defensive team and a great offensive team.
It's the Titans versus. No, that's actually.
The
Ravens are a good defense team.
But offensive team. What I mean by this is if I don't pick the offensive team, that means they have horrible wide receivers, such like an overrated wide receivers,
Like the
bad wide
Ravens.
receivers,
Huh.
like the Ravens or the Seahawks. You know, Lockett and Metcalf, they're very overrated. So I wouldn't go with them.
Ah, yeah, my favorite.
And the Ravens have one of the worst like running backs and receivers. So once again, I'm picking the Titans.
Alright, next you want to do Browns versus TikTokers or Bears versus Saints?
Bears versus Saints.
Alright. I'll go
Close
first.
as... Yeah, you can go first.
The Bears?
Go ahead.
Let me see. I think this is another underrated game. Like, I don't really like Trubisky's chances that much because it's going to be in New Orleans. But, you know, I've seen the Bears do some nice things during the past 5 weeks. Going 4-1, starting off 5-1, losing 6 straight, finishing off with like winning 3 out of the last 4. The Saints, on the other hand, if Kamara plays, which they said he will, good offense. But this Bears defense isn't like how it was in 2018. That's the thing. The Bears defense in 2018, they were getting a lot of picks to go to the Super Bowl. This isn't the same Bears defense, but this isn't the same Drew Brees from the mid-2000s. So, like, it's a regressed quarterback versus a defense that's gotten worse. And a bad offense that's played better as of late. So it's kind of, like, weird. Because the offense played good as of late. But the defense and stuff. But the Saints defense, they can make plays. They're a top 5 defense in the league, in my opinion. And I still think the experience of Breeze, and even like if Thomas doesn't play well and stuff, I still think Breeze's experience and like his grit, tenacity, his mindset that like he gives the team. That's why I'm picking the Saints to win this. Oh, and by the way, for the Titans, I'm saying 28-24. What did you say?
This is gonna be a good game, but I'm gonna honestly
No,
say
actually, no.
for this one.
No, it's gonna be way more high score because that Titans defense is bad. You know, I'm gonna say 32-28. 32-28.
For what game?
The Titans.
Ah. 32. I'll say the same thing.
But for this game, I'm gonna pick the Saints to win 23-16. I think this is gonna be one of the more lower scoring games. I don't think it's gonna be a bad game. Like, I still think it has the potential to be a good game. Alright, and what do you say?
Let's see. Wow. Okay, well, I can tell you this. Both are great teams. This is gonna be.
I mean, the Bears, they're not great, but they're not
I agree
the
with
Jets. They're not the Jets either.
I agree with you. The Bears have lost their defense. You know, they're not that.
They're not a
team.
bad defensive team. Again, they're not the Jets.
They're not, but they lost it. You know, they don't have that spark that makes them the Chicago Bears anymore. The Saints, on the other hand,
Trubisky and stuff, I still don't know if like he's the guy. I would start him over Nick Foles, but
yeah. But Saints, they have performed this season. You know, I lost hope in this season.
Defense improved this season, the Saints. That's why they look even scarier than they have for the past 3 years. But the Saints and the playoffs aren't a good match. Like, this is the best Saints team since the Stephon Diggs.
You know,
like, they actually have a defense to go along with their top 5 offense in the league. Like, it's a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense in the playoffs, everyone should be saying the Saints should win the Super Bowl. When you have a top 5 offense and most likely a top 5 defense, no excuses to not win the Super Bowl.
The question is, can that match Mahomes and the Chiefs?
In a game like that, they only lost by 3 points to the Chiefs when they played. Breeze threw a couple of interceptions. Offense was shaky. But Breeze has been in the big game before. Super Bowl Breeze. It's 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Breeze won a Super Bowl. He's been doing it 20 years longer. Obviously not putting anything against Mahomes. Obviously, like, I praise him.
Alright, what about...
Not putting anything.
How about... Let's talk about... Okay, what about Slam Boy versus like, The Flash versus Speed Boy?
In who? Jalen Ramsey, as in Speed Boy? Or like...
No, I thought...
Jalen Ramsey, we're talking about Michael Thomas.
Huh. Then I'm talking about... We're comparing the Saints and the Chiefs.
And...
I am saying...
What are you saying the score's gonna be for this game, Michael?
But for the Bears and the Saints, I'm gonna go with Saints. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be 32-26.
Oh, you think it's gonna be more high scoring?
I think it's gonna be high scoring. You know,
yeah,
sometimes
I have it on the lower side of things.
With the top 5 offense, they'll do too much. But knowing the Bears and seeing them this season,
and it's the playoff Saints. It's playoff Saints. So like they could be up 40-0 in the 4th quarter, and I still wouldn't say that the game's over. Like, if you want my opinion.
And the Bears never felt a surprise at all. They never felt a surprise.
Yeah, but they put up a lot of good fights. Like, they're not a bad team.
They do.
They were more deserving than the Cardinals.
No, they are.
Actually, I don't know. But the Cardinals, sorry, like, I want to say more deserving than the football team. But I just like their story, so it's hard to say, like, I don't want them to make it and stuff. Like, it's hard to say that I don't want them, and Geo texts, not even gonna say it. I will get demonetized the stream. Alright. So. No. Alright. Alright, so you said score what?
32-26.
Alright, last game. TikTok Boys versus Browns. This is looking like it's gonna be a good game. Without the coach, with the Browns, he was top 5, top 3 probably. For the rookie of,
want the Browns.
For the coach of the year. Me too. Big Ben, he's been in this situation before.
Big Ben is a joke. The whole team is a joke. Big Ben is a joke. Juju is a joke. Claypool is a joke. The only thing that does good is most of their offense and their
defense is really good. But the Browns, don't sleep on them. They got a good defense and an above average offense. It's not elite, they have a Chubb,
Heisman QB.
Jarvis Landry, so they're not bad by any means. They're not bad at all.
And let's not forget about PlayStation won't listen to this. The dog abuser. No, not the dog abuser. That's Michael. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna get mad for that. Yeah, the hub. You could say.
Yeah, the hub. No. And yes, and Kareem Hunt.
Yes, he's the best kicker in the league, behind Young Haku. If you know what I mean. Smirking emoji. Carry on.
But I want the Browns to win. I know the Steelers defense is good, but
who are you picking?
1 sec. Be right back.
Yeah. Oh, it's 11-11.
Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Final score is going to be 26-15
in favor
Browns.
15 points, that's all?
The whole team is a joke. What do you expect?
So you think that their running game, their run game isn't good, and you think like Big Ben, like a regressing quarterback, same as Breeze, like he won't be able to keep up with like an emerging Mayfield, right?
They'll fall.
That's basically what you're saying.
Mayfield.
All right.
Yeah. People keep saying Mayfield is trash, and I don't want to know. I want to know why, because I've seen Mayfield I've seen Mayfield, and
You can make
Baker
an argument
Mayfield.
that he's better than Lamar. I could argue with Wee Hoopin right now that
I know
he is, and I'll probably win the
he
argument.
is
And I'll probably
exactly.
and I'll probably win the argument.
Do you see how many like what you call it? How many like passing
Gio is
touchdowns he
typing.
has this year?
Shit.
Oh no.
Alright, yeah, but carry on.
How many
Yeah.
like passing touchdowns he scored this season? That guy is a fucking beast. Honestly, you can't sleep on a guy like Baker Mayfield. He's won a Heisman. He's just great. He was the best in his in his draft year. Great guy. You can't sleep on a guy like Baker Mayfield. With his help that he gets on his offense with you know Landry and Chubb, that's just great.
Yeah. We'll get in the chat, everyone's in it. Except you. But we shall continue to talk. We'll continue to talk.
Yeah. Oh, low. Huh. Gee. Oh, let's keep typing.
You know what?
Does he want the rainbow or something?
He likes when they peek Arab emojis.
Oh.
Put yours down.
No, I want to keep typing.
So, alright, I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you. I'm sorry. Give me hate in the comments. I'm picking the Steelers, I think. They are a more complete team. I think.
Huh, I also got the color of the rainbow. Yeah, but carry on.
I don't know. I just feel like in this situation, I would want Big Ben over Mayfield. Go. Yeah. And that defense is like really good. Really good. I think they could pressure the QB well. I don't know. Someone's just telling me that the Steelers are the more complete team. I'm picking them 28-23. I'm picking like a similar score. I don't even know why. Yeah, 28-23. What do you say and why? Well, like score. I mean.
It is gonna be. It's horrible. 26-15. Dumb.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I respect it. Alright, so you got the Browns winning, right?
Yep.
Alright, so they are the 7th seed, which means they automatically go to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, where I could already see this won't end well. But just tell me what you think. Browns and Chiefs. I think this is an underrated matchup. In my scenario, I have the Titans versus the Chiefs because they were my lowest seed that won. So, my bracket, I have Titans, Chiefs, and Bills, Steelers, and then you got Titans against Bills. That should be good. All right, go. You can start with either one.
For my bracket.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see. So for the next round, I'm gonna say, what's it gonna be? So, my first one I think was, what was it? Bills, right?
You
so
have
they win.
the Bills versus the Titans. All right, so let's just do the Bills. All right, so you have the Bills versus the
You've been in the
Titans,
situation before. I'm scared. You know.
and I got Bills against the Steelers. So you give your Bills versus Titans, and then I'll do the Steelers versus Bills. All right, begin.
Okay. I've been in the situation before, and I've seen the game personally myself.
But this is one of the
When it
games
comes
that
to-
was rescheduled. But that's when the Titans had their COVID cases. So.
Yes. Agreed. But Still, listen.
Or like,
'Cause
do you
with
just
the
have
Bills defense,
a feeling that like the defense can't be trustworthy? Because I told you that the
Josh
Titans
Allen has
defense
a.
is bad.
Mhm.
Tell you the Titans
But here's
defense
the
is
thing,
bad.
Josh. I know that Josh Allen has a great mentality, and I think he's one of with one of
Yeah, but
the only quarterback in
I
the
don't
league
want to say
with
this,
the greatest
but like
mentality.
I don't think he's gonna be like Lamar Jackson and a playoff choker. Like I hope that the
He's
guy
not.
could stay healthy.
He's
I really do.
Josh Allen. I've seen, and I think,
I really do.
I say this. I think he is the
I
Kobe of the
trust him a
NFL.
lot. I trust him a lot.
I think Josh Allen's the Kobe of the NFL.
But I think
That's
when
all I
he
can say.
has to face Mahomes and Rodgers, I think he could keep up with them. But like it's whoever has the ball last. That's the type of situation that I'm in. Like Tannehill and Allen, like you can't
Oh, my
really
game flow.
compare the two. Like you can't say,
Yeah.
let's look at the QB
But
matchup, Ryan Tannehill.
both have bad offense and bad defense. But I think,
Bad offense.
you know what?
You got Stephon Diggs. He led the league in receptions, yards,
Oh yeah, well,
every
bad
category
offense, that's right, I'm
except
sorry.
touchdowns.
Good offense. That's what I meant. That's
A
what I meant to
bad
say.
run game, yeah. Which
Mhm.
the Titans have a bad run defense anyway. They got
You know
a
what?
bad
I'm gonna
defense.
give
period.
hope. I'm pretty sure they have
You should.
actually
You
improved
should. You should.
since the last time they met. So
They have 100%. Huh.
I'm gonna say the Bills. Give me the Bills, and they're going to move on to the conferences. They're gonna move on to the
Alright,
conferences.
I have the Bills versus the Steelers. I'm going to make this short and sweet. They already played in Buffalo, and Buffalo
Yep.
won. I see a similar game. In fact, I see a much closer game. I don't think it's going to be like a 15-point game. It's in the playoffs. Every team is in the playoffs, and when they're all at full strength, that's why they're there. So when every team is
Yep.
at full strength, the Bills are a better team than the Steelers. Doesn't mean that they're gonna win, but in this scenario, like I said, Big Ben could keep up with Baker, but I don't think it'll be enough to keep up with Josh Allen. So I'm gonna take the Bills.
No, I was right. These are Gio's recent emojis. Look, the ham, the sauce.
30 to 25. And what did you say
in favor
for
of?
the Bills vs Titans? I have the Bills.
All right, all right.
And what did you say that the score was gonna be? I said
This
30 to 25. You could say something similar, something like that. Maybe 27-22, something along
I'm
those
gonna say
lines.
32. You know, I'm gonna say 30 to 21.
Yeah, not that close, but at least it's not a blow. Low.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. Next, I have Kansas City versus Tennessee, and then you have Kansas City versus Cleveland. Right. All right.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
you already know how I feel and stuff, right? So like, this game should be close. The Chiefs' run defense is pretty good, but as we see, even a team with a good run defense can't stop Henry. But eventually, with that defense, this is the game where it'll come to haunt them. I think they could handle the Ravens and stuff, but I think when you play Kansas City, when you
You're
have
screwed.
a
You're fucked.
bad defense, that's when it's gonna come to bite.
Listen, when it comes to Kansas City, not only it doesn't with Kansas City it doesn't depend on the defense. Well, I mean it does.
Because they
But the
played
defense doesn't matter.
the Saints and Tampa Bay, who have good defenses, and they still won because it's the offense. Their defense could make plays if they want. It's not just the offense. Like, they don't got a bad defense.
But Mahomes can shit on players like Donald in an instant, and like.
So I'm sorry, Titans fans. Another heartbreak versus the Chiefs 2 years in a row. I'm picking Kansas City 38 to 27. Chiefs vs. Browns, what do you have?
Okay, well,
Similar or like, low?
similar. Because here's the thing. I understand. Browns, I like their defense, but I also like their offense. Mayfield, Heisman
But then
winner,
again,
just
there's when you're
Yep.
playing the Chiefs, but, exactly.
yeah, slept on QB. Mayfield's a slept on QB.
100%.
Chubb and Landry do a lot. And
If they had
they're good,
Odell,
but
not trying to sound like Gio, but like if they had
Well,
Odell,
no.
but like,
Yeah, but still,
I'm actually serious.
But-
Odell would be a nice
know.
piece.
he would be, but he's just not the same Odell he was back in
And I don't think he's gonna be,
2012.
sadly. Carry on. And he came in the league in 2014. But anyway, carry on.
2014. Yeah, so it's gonna come down to the Chiefs.
And the score will be
40-20.
whoa, you got them doubling them. Ah, so you
Because
got
I understand-
Baker handling Big Ben. Otto Porter Jr. is, well, not return. I could have sworn it said out for the season. Alright, but carry on.
That's scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
throw
but
it
as
out
I'm
for-
saying, Mayfield may be good, but
You
we
get
already know Mahomes.
Mayfield may be good. Low.
Huh, low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I'm
Keep
saying,
up
Mahomes
with,
is
he
just
could
better.
keep up with Big Ben. But like right now, it's Mahomes. Like now. If this
Mahomes
was
is
like
the real
2012,
not even Brady.
then you would say the Steelers, right? Like if you would have put Mayfield in 2012.
No, the Giants, low.
Oh, I forgot.
Or the Broncos, or the Colts.
Or the Patriots.
Yeah, low. Yeah, but
Alright. So we both have Chiefs vs. Bills AFC Championship, right? But let's move to the NFC. Alright.
yeah.
So you have, who did you pick? Football team, right?
Yep.
So you have football team versus Saints. And then the Rams were the 6th seed. So that means you got Rams versus Packers. Yep. And then football team versus Saints. So you can start with anyone you want.
I'll do mine and you can do yours.
Alright, so I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna give some up to the Packers. I haven't done them yet. In my not my simulation, but in my bracket, I have Tampa Bay versus the Packers. I was kind of boring, and I picked all the highest seeds to win. But that was me. I picked all the highest seeds. So I have Tampa Bay going into Green Bay, Lambeau Field, where there will be fans. I repeat, there will be fans at Lambeau Field. Not 80,000, but Brady, you know, he's played in the cold long enough to like to understand at an away game, like he's not scared to play on the road. He's not.
But Packers fans, y'all should be scared. Y'all should be scared.
Jeez.
If Brady starts putting his head down, I'm sorry, Green Bay, but y'all are fucked. Carry on.
Yeah, 100%, Reggie. But like,
No.
getting to the point, this is a shootout in the making. Huh. Like, you want to say Rodgers and Devontae are top. Like, my opinion, they're the best wide receiver QB duo in the league. So,
Yeah, I agree.
maybe like it depends on like who is having the better game, like in the day. Like if it's a day game, believe it or not, I think it might benefit Brady more. That's just my opinion. Obviously, that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
nothing to do with it. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like Brady, he doesn't need anything else to cement his legacy in the Hall of Fame. Or like he doesn't gotta do anything else to like be the GOAT. He already is the GOAT, but he doesn't have to do anything else. So I'm gonna say, as expected, I'm gonna pick the Green Bay Packers to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 33-28. Alright? And you got the Packers versus the Rams. Do that one.
Packers versus the Rams.
This is another
Okay, well,
good defense. Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsey. Rodgers, the MVP of the season, no doubt. So this is a pretty good game.
But
This is a good matchup.
I'm gonna cut to the chase here and make this short and sweet.
Is this
It's gonna be the
where the
Packers.
Rams' journey ends?
Yes, this is where the journey ends. I love their defense. Trust me, Donald and Ramsey, that's just good defense right there.
Oh, 100%.
But with like
And just so you
Aaron
know,
Rodgers-
the Packers' defense
Wiseman and Beverly Jones.
isn't that
isn't
bad.
good. It's not,
No,
no,
no.
I mean, isn't that?
It's like
I'm fan.
middle,
But
more towards up.
Aaron Rodgers, that guy, the way that guy just fucking throws, he's great. That guy, he's got like he's got good passing accuracy. He can throw. He can really throw. He'll even throw someone over like 7 foot. That's just how good he is at throwing. He really can throw. Really throws though. Look at his format. Look how he positions
Gunslinger, like
himself.
yeah, he's like a
Exactly.
gunslinger.
Exactly. Look at him.
He
look
could
at
do sidearm,
how-
like he could do whatever you want him to do.
Exactly, because look at how the guy throws. He's a fucking menace. So I think it's just gonna come down to the Packers. Final score, I would say 26-14.
Whoa, you don't think there's gonna be a lot of offense from the Rams?
No,
Oh,
because
'cause
they're
it's-
not an offensive team.
Yeah.
And like you said, Packers were not with defense and quarterback like Jared Goff. They're fucked.
I mean, the offensive weapons on the Rams aren't bad. They're one of the better run game teams, and the Packers aren't a good running team. It's like that could be something to look out for.
That could be an advantage,
it
but
holds
once
up.
again, the arms, you know, when it comes to the quarterback football, the arm, you gotta throw the ball, right?
Alright,
You
and
gotta
I
have
got
that
the
arm.
Saints versus the Seahawks. You got Saints versus Washington. Start off.
Washington, I'm sorry, y'all had a good run. But
Really?
it's
So, like-
Saints time. I'm sorry, listen, it's Saints time. Washington has great defense, but it just...
Peter's like,
Just-
low.
Slants, even the slants can really just help the Saints there. Drew Brees, still a great quarterback, still a great
100%.
coordinator, a great leader. Kamara is a fucking stud. That's all I have to say.
He's a stud.
He's a real fucking
As
stud.
Kendrick Perkins is like, he's a stud.
Dude, exactly. He's a real fucking stud. But it is gonna be the Saints. And
Score?
the defense, yeah. I think the final score, it's gonna be, well, I'm gonna say 29 to 13.
Whoa. I mean, yeah, Washington
Or
doesn't have a
29
good
to 12.
offense.
29 to 12. It's gonna
Alright,
be
so
really-
4 field goals, or like maybe a touchdown with a missed extra point and a couple of field goals? Like,
yeah.
alright.
Like something like that.
I got the Saints versus the Seahawks, and this is when I think the Seahawks defense will come to hurt them, because the momentum from the Saints' good defense, I think, might carry over and impact something like that.
Okay.
So, let me see. I think I'm not really expecting a shootout in this game. If you want me to be honest, my expectations for the Saints will be pretty high in this game, because I think Wilson could keep up with Breeze. But I think the Saints defense is why people would say Saints should be the favorites, because they won't be the favorites. They'll be comfortable 4 or 5 point favorites. Like, it it depends, but if the game was in Seattle, I think I might pick Seattle. But according to my simulations,
No.
home field belongs to the Saints, right? So, that's the thing. By a score of 31-27, giving them a 4th chance, I'm picking the Saints. We got the same Final Four, I think.
I think so too.
I know I'm boring, just picking the favorites. But hey, what else? Well, yeah, but like, what else could I do?
Nah, I feel. Nah, I kind of want to pick the slept-on teams. I kind of want to surprising teams.
But
because you know,
I respect you for like picking the Rams, football team, Browns. Like,
teams that
that's what
come
a
in
lot of people are
surprise.
doing.
Sometimes I'm
What?
not that good with predictions, so that's why I always like to pick the teams that are slept on and come in surprise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Alright, you want to start in the AFC with your team or stick in the NFC?
Let's start in the AFC. Let's get this over
You
with.
go first. Like, get the pain over with, or like,
Get
woo.
the pain over with. I love him. Just great team. Coach of the year. Sean McDormand just won Coach of the Year. Josh Allen, freaking MVP.
A stud.
Stephon Diggs, fucking gold.
Right?
Cole Beasley, old, but
Underrated.
surprisingly shy. I'm sorry, but it's gonna go to the Chiefs. I'm sorry, but they're just too fucking overpowered. Stephon, well, like, they're not a good run team. Stephon is just great. I love Stephon. He can catch, or he can just plan his routes. But Tyreek can do that just twice more and 100 times more fucking speed.
And Kelsey. And Le'Veon.
And Kelsey and Le'Veon. And Mahomes just throwing in general. I'm sorry, but Kermit and his team are gonna win. It's gonna go to the Chiefs. It's gonna go to Kansas City.
By a score of? Oh, a bit of a high scoring game. Yeah, so like, you're saying, like, as much as you want to say the Bills, like, your brain is telling you no, right? Yeah, I definitely seen that. I'm sorry, Mafia, but like, you're gonna tell me to pick against Kansas City? Like, I must be on drugs to pick against them. And like, all seriousness, if you don't pick them, you're probably on drugs. Like, I think, like, I don't know. Given the circumstances and stuff, playing at home, not only that, the game is still in Kansas City. Like, people want to say, oh, if it was in Buffalo, game over. But like, I'm not picking against the Chiefs. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I got 37-28. Alright, you wanna move to the NFC? Alright, we both got Packers and the Saints, right? Yeah? Honestly, I don't see this being a bad game. I know majority of the bets would be on the Packers, as they should. And hmm. I gotta think. You could say what you think. Alright, yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Alright. I think you could agree that this is a situation, maybe like in your bracket, Mayfield not being able to keep up with Mahomes, right? Or like an older Big Ben not being able to keep up with Mayfield, right? So it's kind of like that, and I agree. When you have Devontae Adams and Rodgers as your wide receiver QB duo, there's not much that could stop them, unless like it's either a good defense or you just go back and forth all game until someone's got to eventually lose. And like those are the painful games. Like I don't think this one's gonna go back and forth. So I'll say 27-23. That's what I have. You can agree, disagree, do whatever. And we both agreed, right? Alright. Honestly, I think this could be the Packers, yeah. Not even trying to cap or anything, I actually think so. Alright, you started off. Super Bowl. Big game. Which we both agreed on. Like, don't just say like I'm picking this. Like I want you to like give like a brief background. Yeah, I know. Like for a couple of them, you were like I'm picking blank, and here's why. Like Steve and I, like I'm picking them, and here's why. Low. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fine. True, true. And what do you have the score? What did you say? Alright. 45-32? It's gonna be that high scoring. Really? Alright. Here's where I stand on this. I like both teams. I think this is the matchup a lot of people want to see. Like how we've been hoping for a Brady versus Mahomes. Like this could be like the next best thing to it. But given the circumstances, both QBs actually only have one Super Bowl. So imagine if the Chiefs win and Mahomes already has 2 Super Bowls and Rodgers is still stuck with 1. I mean, just winning the Super Bowl is a big accomplishment. So he's already cemented himself as a Hall of Famer. So anyway, so again, I think, let me just put this in simplest terms. A team will win almost every game when the best player is on the best team. Like, for example, in the NHL, we don't see that Edmonton is the best team, right? But like they have 2 top 5 players on their team, correct? Yeah, and like we say it with the Lakers, best player on the best team. Does that always guarantee a championship? No, but that's always a good bet. To say that the team with the best player and on the best team is overpowered.
Just like what?
Hello, Phildillrides. But honestly, I like the Green Bay defense. The Chiefs defense like kind of scares me because they're very inconsistent. And when you're playing the Packers and Devontae Adams, if you're inconsistent, you already screwed up. Like you already screw up. So that's why I stand on this. Like I think it could go either way. But whoever has the ball last is going to win. And like if I had to flip a coin, like if I were to just say, oh, Kansas City has the ball, they're gonna win. Like if I can't say Green Bay's gonna win if they get the ball last. Like I still can't see Mahomes losing. I only saw him lose once on like when I was watching a game on TV. They only lost one game in 2 seasons. Well, 2 technically, but like we really don't count that game when they rested their starters. But like I mean lose a game. That's what I mean. I never saw him lose a game on live TV, and like call me a bandwagon. I think that streak continues. I'm not gonna bet against him. It's like too much to bet against him. It's too much. I just can't. It's hard to. I'm saying 35-32. Exact same thing. Well, actually, no. I think you said 45, but. Alright, those are our Super Bowl predictions. That is gonna do it for the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.